Have you collected a stack of notebooks that you meant to use it as commonplace books, journal, or diary, but it's really difficult for you to find time out of your busy schedule in order to keep up with it? When life gets in the way, journaling can feel more like a chore on top of building your daily writing habits, and it really takes out of the fun that you imagined about journaling when you purchased that notebook. If you are wondering, is it really worth it to spend the time each day to journal? My short answer is yes, but it cannot be approached as a daily task because that will just add more things on your plate. However, it can be built as a daily habit, as a way of living. Most of the working creatives keep some form of journals, and the journaling can be fun, can be relaxing, as well as inspiring if you approach it in the right mindset. Hopefully through today's video, I can help you switch your mindset of approaching journaling. I'll share my take on journaling from my own experience, and I explain why journaling is not just documenting your day, but it can do so much more for your creativity. But before I started, if you are new here, hi, my name is Nani. I'm a writer, director based in Los Angeles, and if you are interested in checking out my film, it will be linked in the description down below. And now let's get the video started. Number 1, journaling can help you recenter yourself after you spend time in this overstimulated world. Only when you feel safe and calm, your creativity will show up in its best form. I've talked about this in depth in my previous video, how I recovered my creativity, and I'll make sure to link the video at the end of this video as well as in the description so you can check it out. We all know journaling is good for our mental health, and you can see your anxiety is reducing as little as journaling for a few days in a row. Usually, I like to write down things that bother me in my head throughout the day. Maybe it can be something just happened at a job, or something that's about people around me, or it can be some personal responsibility or something I discovered about myself, and it can also be things I saw on the internet that might trigger something inside of me. Once you write things or thoughts onto the paper, it provides you clarity. A lot of times, it actually pointing you towards a solution in a very surprising way. When we're ruminating about something consciously or unconsciously, it's like a loop in our head. As soon as we write it down and then reading the words, it's almost like having a conversation with someone else. It provides you an outsider perspective. Journaling has become a great tool of mine that I use to help me transition from my full-time job to my writing activities. Maybe I should make a video about what I write in my journals. I don't know. Let me know if it's something that you are interested. Number 2, journaling forces you to think. Thinking is the first step of being creative. I'm not talking about day-to-day use of mind. I'm talking about purposefully think slow with depth. Thinking with depth is the act of seeking clarity and the meaning behind the things that's happening to you or things that you see in day-to-day lives. Finding the connections between people, events, and objects. Journaling can actively help you think this way, and it will help you build a perspective. Your perspective of life will show up in all the story that you are going to write. That said, number 3, journaling can help you find your writing voice from what matters to you. Since we all know journaling can help you build a life perspective, now you can put those philosophical views into your creative writing. Fiction writing is not just about what happened in a story. The most important thing, the thing that actually impacts on the reader, is what kind of message the author trying to deliver, or what kind of perspective, life point of view the author trying to convey through this story. For example, my journals throughout the years are having similar things. My perspective might be changed or having some growth towards the theme, but what matters to me stays in a circle. But what's interesting is all those things has been reflected on all the films that I've made, no matter it's long form or short film. And then it's also reflected on all the stories that I wrote. I didn't choose theme purposefully when I write the stories. It just happened that way. In fact, I was also surprised when I find out the connections between the stories that I wrote. And this is how I learned about my own storytelling voice. Number 4, preserve memories with feelings and details. And then they are the best resource you can have for your storytelling. I've been noticing I'm losing a lot of memories, and I have a lot of grief towards them. Those memories are stayed as an impression in my head, but the details, as well as how I felt, are completely erased. Our memories are the most authentic and unique resources that we can draw from for our creativities. And then those memories doesn't have to be just events. It can also be people, objects, or even just a certain kind of feeling you had towards things. Journaling can help us preserve those precious memories. It can also help us to learn how to catch those feelings in the moment with words. By having those preserved memories, we can learn how to incorporate our personal experience into the story world that we are building. Only when the story gets personal for us, there's a chance the audience and the reader can feel relate to it. I hope these are enough reason for you to give yourself the permission to spend the time really build that journaling habit. It's time to pick up your notebook and then build a new way of living. And yeah, let me know what's your experience about journaling in the comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel so you can really help me build this community. And remember to check out the video on recovering creativity right here. And thank you so much for watching. Be patient, be present, stay creative. I'll see you next week. Bye.